Jones and the 24, and around goes the 77 of Jones, almost up over the wall as they hit hard.
That Kenseth.
The 20 of Kenseth involved, as is the 1 of McMurray. A big wreck coming out of turn 2.
Inside, watch your inside. All right, we're rolling, guys. 4 flat.
You know, coming off turn 2, and Eric Jones' car gets loose, puts a little bit too much wheel back to the right, and basically head on into the wall, and then major impact behind, got him up in the air.
I think that was Daniel Suarez perhaps that made the first impact. It looked like the 19 car, that orange and white car.
On the back straightaway, Reed Sorensen gets turned around and gets nailed by Travis Pastrana. Sorensen gets up in the air for a moment. Oh, and Pastrana takes a hellacious sledgehammer hit to the safer barrier. Bounces off the barrier, down the banking, down into the infield. A hard crash for Reed Sorensen and Travis Pastrana on the back straightaway.
Oh my, that's almost the same thing we saw with Danica Patrick.
Wrong place, wrong time for Pastrana.
Yeah, definitely. He tried to go down to avoid it because the 43 car initially went to the outside. He hits the wall a ton right there. It doesn't maybe look like a lot to the viewers at home, but that's a really hard hit.
Running in the 5th position.
So Jeff Gordon
right behind him.
He cleared. Which line does he go to? Now Harvick's not quite clear. Harvick's on the outside of him. Now, boom, he didn't make a commitment.
Oh, and around goes the car behind him. That's the 6, or excuse me, the 9. A very close call there for Sam Hornish Jr. in the 9. The caution comes out. Now we're getting closer to the possibility of a green-white checker.
We've seen
McMurray
this.
got together.
Yeah, we have. We've seen this time and time again. You see the splitter makes huge contact with the grass. The car starts to bounce. Luckily, it lands on all 4 and just continues to spin. But we've seen this. The 9 goes to make a move, looks for that inside line, wasn't clear of the 1, drives across his nose, ends up spinning through the grass.
Tore the splitter completely off when it grabbed the grass initially. And then once again, hit hard and up into the air. A wild ride for Sam Hornish Jr.
He's still driving it. Look at those hands. Still driving it.
Turn the wall, Chris Buescher, and he gets tagged by DiBenedetto. Truex is in it. And so is the 77 of rookie Justin Haley.
Right on cue.
19 of Truex getting caught up in this.
Larry, that trend was nobody's friend.
Thought about going 3 wide. That door was shut. And not able to see the contact, but I know, I mean, the way that car turned so abruptly, you know the contact was there, and then, wow, look at this.
Unbelievable.
Saw Corey LaJoie just thread the needle and get through there.
I believe the 10 car of Amarola gets a nice run behind Chris Buescher. He almost tries to make it 3 wide right there. Buescher comes down. A little bit of contact right there and just turns the 37 around.
Boy, and Benedetto had nowhere to go, and Truex had nowhere to go.
So happy to see that 37 car stay on the ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a little loose.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I think Carl got a little loose.
He was under the 41. That sucked him around just a tiny bit. The back end stepped out ever. I need you to maybe check up a little bit, and he blocked him a little bit too. He definitely ran a low line there.
Yeah.
Pow.
That is a look at that safer bear. Look at, oh my gosh,
that's
how the car
vicious hit.
Mean.
I imagine that no matter how good a shape you're in, that would hurt.
It picks you up off the ground. You've had a hard hit. I don't know. I think I might, you know, I thought Larson maybe had gotten into Carl and caused this, but I'm not so sure it didn't start, and Larson was just a part of it.
So much for
right there. Tomorrow he's going to be down in Mexico competing in the NASCAR Toyota Series, but a big wreck on the front stretch.
Ben Kennedy slides out of line and slams the outside wall.
Still got him coming here. Just hold on. You're okay. Brakes, 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 brakes. You okay, Ben?
We heard Ben say, yeah, I'm good.
About his teammate Tyler Reddick also in the top 5 as we look back at what happened.
Whoa, Nemechek got loose there for some reason.
Maybe he got a push from the 84. Chris Fontaine was right behind him. Maybe Chris got into the back of Nemechek, and that turned him sideways into Ben Kennedy. It didn't look like it was a situation where Nemechek was trying to get in line. Looks like he just got loose. Look again. See how he weaved down to the inside there? With Chris Fontaine, that yellow and blue truck right behind him.
Yeah, and your truck isn't going to get loose just running through the trial oval here. These things have a lot of downforce on them. It's stuck good there. So the way that looked, it's something made Nemechek's truck turn to the inside, and unfortunately.
Crash on the track.
Just talking about
NASCAR Airborne. AJ Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon, David Rudiman, Matt Kenseth all involved.
Here he is. The 2 cars, they're spacing behind him. The 2 cars behind him. He goes there. Wow. I don't know if the 2 car got into the back of him and sent him to the inside and he overcorrected.
You know, it almost looked like Kyle, the car in front of him slowed down.
Good point.
And he turned to the left, and that's when it spun him around.
But then, and then obviously everybody's trying to avoid him.
Yeah. Man, Matt did a good job not hitting that car, but then he got clobbered.
See Blaney in that. And Blaney had a good run. Those guys had run in the top 10 or 15 a lot tonight in that 7 car.
Darryl, we talked about that green car earlier, that 18 car.
Trouble again, guys. Got into 24. Yo! Man, Jeff Gordon took a lick.
Yes, he
Jeff
did.
Burton took a lick. And they're still wrecking Allmendinger, Robbie Gordon.
Boy, I don't feel good about Jeff Gordon at all. That was a hard nose in.
After 11 races anybody's ever had.
Range just gets loose off 4, and he gets into Jeff, and Jeff about has it saved till he gets out in the grass, and man, he takes a lick, and then watch Allmendinger lift him right off the ground.
I mean, there was nowhere for A.J. Allmendinger at 84 to go.
No, that was.
You know, Jeff Burton in the 31 got very little of that. A little bit of contact on the nose, but
I think he got a lot of left side damage.
Okay. Let's watch from the Goodyear blimp.
Jeff Gordon he came so close to getting that thing saved.
3,400-pound cars just bouncing around like basketballs.
Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman going at it there. Behind them, here's Kyle Busch. Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones is sideways. He and Keselowski make contact. Keselowski and Jones into the outside wall. And Brad will slam hard into the inside wall. Massive collision for Brad Keselowski, who makes just a hellacious hit.
Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad, it's very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20, trying to get in that position, and it took all the air off the right side of that 20 car. Eric Jones getting a little bit loose there underneath the 2.
The passenger side contact for that 2 getting up under the tires.
Actually, I think those tires were very well placed. That wall is kind of an opposite angle.